Every time her memory crosses my mind, it feels like a broken record. Same scene, same emotions, looping endlessly. I wake up and she's the first thought that hits me. My first instinct? Reach for my phone, hoping against all logic that she might have messaged me. But deep down, I already know the truth. There's nothing there. And so the cycle begins again. Overthinking, replaying conversations, scrolling through old photos, analyzing every word, every look, every detail like I'm solving some impossible puzzle. Sound familiar? I know exactly what you're going through. Letting go of someone who once meant everything to you feels like trying to move a mountain with your bare hands, exhausting, painful, and seemingly impossible. But here's the reality. You can do this. You have to do this for yourself. You deserve peace, clarity, and the freedom to move forward beyond the pain. I'm not here to offer empty platitudes. I'm here to walk you through a real, practical roadmap to help you not just let go, but rise above. By the end of this, you'll feel stronger, more clear-headed, and prepared to face whatever comes next. Let's begin. Stage 1. Accept reality. Let's start with the hardest question. Why are you still holding on? Not the surface level reasons, the ones you tell yourself, but the deeper truth. Is it because she made you feel complete? Because you fear never finding that connection again? Because letting go feels like admitting that all the love, time, and energy you invested was wasted? Here's the truth. Most of the time, you're not holding on to her. You're holding on to the idea of her. The comfort, the validation, the routine, the version of her you've created in your mind, one that may not even reflect reality. It's time to stop romanticizing the past. Write it all down, what she brought into your life, the good and the bad. Was it truly love or fleeting infatuation? Did she lift you up or drain you? Once it's on paper, the truth becomes impossible to ignore. You're not trying to fix her anymore, you're fixing you. Stage 2. Cut the strings. Completely. Now comes the step that most people avoid, the one that determines whether you move forward or stay stuck. You have to completely cut the strings. No half measures, no just checking in, no keeping a lifeline open for false hope. Healing can't begin until you stop feeding the connection. Think of it like pulling a weed from your garden. Trimming the leaves won't stop it from growing back. You have to remove it from the root. That means no more checking her social media, no more rereading old messages, no more holding on to mementos, no more going to places you shared. Your mind will resist. It will try to find excuses. Just one peek, just one last text. But every time you give in, you reset your healing process. Replace old triggers with new habits. Find a new coffee shop. Listen to new music. Start a new daily routine. This isn't about erasing her. It's about creating space for yourself to breathe again. Stage 3. Break free from the blame game and reclaim your power. It's easy to fall into two traps, blaming her or blaming yourself. Both will keep you trapped in the past, wasting energy on something you cannot change. Instead of asking why she did this, ask yourself what you can learn from this. Instead of thinking I wasn't enough, think what can I do to grow from this? Pain is fuel, if you use it right. Some of history's greatest minds turned heartbreak into purpose. What will you create in this chapter of your life? Start small. Go to the gym. Strengthen your body as you strengthen your mind. Learn a new skill. Progress gives your mind something to focus on. Start journaling. Write out your thoughts instead of letting them control you. Set new goals and pursue them. Shift your focus forward instead of looking back. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Avoid numbing the pain with short-term fixes like partying or rebounds. Instead, learn to sit with yourself. True strength comes from finding peace in your own company. Stage 4. Rebuild, redefine, rediscover. Now we enter the most exciting phase, rebuilding your life from the ground up. Who were you before her? What dreams did you put on hold? What passions did you neglect? It's time to bring them back. Start with one thing you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's learning an instrument, maybe it's traveling. These aren't distractions, they're stepping stones to rediscovering yourself. Every step forward is proof that you don't need the past to define you. This is where you take control. You're not just getting over her, you're becoming someone better than before. Stage 5. Rewrite your story and take control. At this point, you've let go of the past. Now, you have a blank page in front of you. What do you want your next chapter to look like? Stop defining yourself by what you lost and start focusing on what you can create. This is your moment to design the life you want. If you've always wanted to start a business, now's the time. If you've dreamed of moving to a new city, start planning. If you've been wanting to grow in your career, take action. Think of your life as a book. The past was just one chapter, not the whole story. It's time to write something new, something driven by you, and not the ghosts of what was. Your choices from this moment forward determine your direction. Every small step matters. You are now in control of the story you tell yourself. Make it one worth reading. Stage 6. Find meaning in the pain and rise above. The final stage is about transforming your pain into wisdom. True healing doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means taking the lessons from it and using them to evolve into someone wiser, stronger, and more resilient. Throughout history, some of the greatest leaders, artists, and thinkers have been shaped by their own heartbreaks. They didn't allow those painful experiences to break them. Instead, they used that pain as fuel to push forward and create something bigger than themselves. You have the same power within you. Take a moment to reflect. What lessons has this experience taught you? What have you learned about yourself, your desires, and your strengths? How will you use these lessons to grow and become a better version of yourself? The pain you've endured doesn't have to be a burden. Instead, it can be the foundation of a new, empowered you. You can choose to use this experience as a catalyst for change and growth. You are not the same person who once felt heartbroken. You've grown stronger, more aware, and more in tune with your own resilience. While the lessons from your past will always be a part of you, you are no longer weighed down by the pain. You've turned the page and are now writing a new chapter, one that reflects your growth and your ability to rise above the hardships life throws your way. The past no longer defines you. It has shaped you, yes, but it does not control your future. You are now in a position to live a life driven by the strength you've gained, and that strength will carry you through whatever comes next. You've made it through the process. You've faced the pain, carved out space for healing, and begun the rebuilding journey. It hasn't been easy, but it's all part of the path to growth, healing, and becoming a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means accepting that your value is not tied to any relationship. There's so much more waiting for you in the future. You have the power to redefine your life, reshape who you are, and reclaim the happiness that's always been yours to grasp. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. On the tough days, remind yourself, this pain won't last forever. You are moving forward, evolving, and growing. And the best chapters of your life are still ahead of you. Now, step up and take control of your life. You've got this.